Lately, I've been seeing the same problem again and again. People have written the content, placed the keywords, even spent money on links, yet their websites simply refuse to move on Google. I've been working on overseas projects for years now, including cross-border e-commerce, international social media accounts and SEO. And this situation is extremely common most of the time. It's not that people don't know SEO tactics. It's that the fundamentals are quietly broken. Whenever a site isn't ranking, the very first thing I open is Google Search Console. Because if your mobile core web vitals are marked as poor, that alone can hold the entire site back. I've seen plenty of websites where fixing loading speed and mobile usability led to traffic picking up very quickly. Indexing is another major issue for 100 for pages redirects, and no index tags are all clearly visible in Search Console. And many sites that look fine on the surface actually have most of their pages ignored by Google. Another factor people often underestimate is crawl behavior. Google doesn't just evaluate content quality, it also looks at stability and access patterns, especially when you are running international operations, managing multiple accounts, or doing things like ad verification and price monitoring. That's where network setup really starts to matter, which is exactly why dynamic residential IPs are so important. With dynamic residential IPs, you rotate the IP every 1 or 2 accounts, allowing you to simulate real users on different networks and avoid the risks that come with high-frequency actions from a single IP. They are a flexible, low-profile, and genuinely one of the most versatile proxy solutions available. Personally, I'm using Lychee IPs. Dynamic residential IPs mainly because they perform well in terms of IP stability and compliance, and those 2 factors are absolutely essential if you are running websites or long-term projects. Whether you are bulk registering accounts, bulk purchasing products, managing international profiles, or running ad checks and price monitoring, if a task requires a proxy, dynamic residential IPs usually handle it well, especially for short-term, high-volume operations. I've worked on projects where, once site structure issues were fixed, indexing problems were resolved, and the network environment was properly aligned, crawl rates increased noticeably and overall, traffic nearly doubled. When a website fails to rank, the reasons are rarely mysterious duplicate content, incorrect keyword intent, targeting keywords that are far too competitive, weak on-page optimization, technical issues, spammy or negative backlinks, or even abnormal network behavior triggering risk signals. Search Console simply shows you where the problems are. Real rankings come from fixing the fundamentals properly and in the right order. If the basics are in place, for most websites, growth isn't a guessing game, it's just a matter of time. And if you are working on overseas projects, cross-border businesses, or multi-account operations and want more practical insights into SEO, proxies and risk control, feel free to stick around. I'll be sharing more real-world experience like this.